There is a pattern that seems to be playing out on BBIG stock on occasions when the stock has low volumes. It seems to be presenting a buying opportunity. But this, that really sounds obvious. On a day that the volumes are low, yeah, probably not very much going on in that session. You know, um, but I'm going to show you something here. So looking at this, we can see that this is the historical data for the stock up to the 3rd of January 2022. We can see on these days it has very very low volumes. You can see that. I mean, very very low volumes in relative to what is going on with the stock. So 6.3 million is relatively low. Relatively low. You can see that it has. You can see these low prices of 2.3, 2.4. These are very low. These are low days. So, and then we can see the highs are not even that much. So. But we can see that from the 13th of January, the volume just sort of spiked, 245 million. We started to see this high of 3.85. Even the lows started to get higher, So, and then we now saw, in the case of from the 26th, we also saw another high. Usually again. There were, on some occasions, it runs up a lot of consecutive rallies. You can see from the 13th, 14th, 18th, and then 19th. These were how many sessions of gains? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 consecutive, if not even 5 consecutive sessions of gains. 5, is it 5? 6, as a matter of fact, 6. From the 13th, to the 21st. How many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 straight sessions of gains. So we can see the highs were we're extending. We can see this 5.35 recorded on the 19th. That's the high there, and okay, you can see the lows were extending. So yes, on occasions where the volumes are very low, which we cannot exactly say whether that will occur anytime soon, it seems to be presenting a buying opportunity to buy yet more, and enhance your portfolio to, while you're waiting for whatever you're waiting for, the tyde dividend, or for the short squeeze that will push it up back up to $10 or anything like that. So what is also certain is that, or another pattern that has also been playing out is that after some gains, it also cools off a bit. So for this session on the 9th of February, it ran up some. You can see that it gained about 19%, and above average volume, I believe 61.525. It's now slightly down in this pre-market post-market session. Is it going to cool off, and or is it going to continue to rally again like it did sometime in mid January, or cool off a bit and then rise again? So we're yet to see what's going to happen. So this is all that happened in this session of the 1st of 9th of February. You can see that. So let's have a look at the 1 month chart and see how it has been performing of late. Maybe we'll be able to see some of those figures we have in this historical data. Okay, so we have from the rally started, I think, we picked it up from the 13th of January. Let's see. Okay, we don't have 13th here. We started from, okay, yes, we have 13th here as well, but we only have a 14th. So in this 1 month, so this 1 month doesn't cover the 13th. So from the 14th, yes, you can see it's riding, and then this is the 18th. 18th is when it reached 5 to 8. So this did not record the 19th because it records mostly the, what does it record? The interval, I think, is about 5 minutes or thereabout, 30 minutes. So all in all, we can see that it's not performing as high as it used to. It has performed in the past, so for now, so it has just cooled off, so as a matter of fact, even though right now it gained 19.27 million, you can even still see, going by this theory, that when the volumes are lower, you can see the 61 million is less than this 284 million or 107 million. It still probably still, it to some extent, even though I'm not saying that it is accurate, it still fits into that pattern that when the volumes are low, there's also the buying opportunity is being presented. So that may still be the case for this period we are in right now. That is yes, this period, this session just closed, and it only had 61 million. In the next session, if it's still within that range, it may still be the case. So this theory I'm putting it out to you now is not concrete, so I'm not urging you to go ahead and buy a BBIG stock, based on what I'm saying right now. Okay, so let's have a look at the 1 year chart and see what's going on there. We can see that the stock, even though it's been doing all of these things, is still pretty much consolidated, because of what has happened in the past with the stock. So these huge gains, it ran up, as of September, still makes all of these things that are happening of late look like child's play, because the stock has actually reached greater heights before now. So down here we can see that it is saying that the stock is consolidating within a longer term uptrend. Shares have fallen beneath the 200-day moving average, which is rising along with the 10-day moving average. Okay, the average directional index is below 20, indicating that the shares have exhibited sideways movement. Okay, and it's also outperforming the S&P 500 regardless. Okay, so momentum is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic escalator is rising as investors pay higher prices for BBIG stocks. So momentum is definitely rising, and the volume for this session was heavier than usual, trading 63.514 million shares versus an average of 28.690 million shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Yes, so if you are confident about what's going on, by all means, decide whether you're going to pick up or not. But left to me, I would say that if I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy on during a session, where I see the stock, in maybe this sort of low figures, 20 something million, 10 million, or even less. That will be a very, very, very comfortable point to really buy. But at the same time, this 61.525 million is actually less than what it was, sometime in January 19th, which is less than a month ago. So going by that, it may still be the case that it's still presenting a buying opportunity. So this is not to say that I'm recommending that you buy BBIG stock based on what is going on right now. So if you're going to buy BBIG stock, buy it for much more, fundamental reasons that you're much more convinced about. So it closed this session of the 9th of February at 3.59, and it has dropped slightly, about 1.9%, and it's trading at a $3.54 in this post-market session. Okay, and yesterday, the 8th of February, it crossed above the 50-day moving average. Okay, so see what you make of BBIG stock, and we'll continue to update you. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video.